Alright, so as we look at number 17 and 18, we're moving on to circles. So a circle will always have x something squared plus y something squared equals a number squared, hopefully. And so the general form, or the standard form of a circle is x minus h, y minus k, and r squared. So in order to start your circle, you need to figure out what the center is, and the center is going to be hk. Well, the easy way to do this is just what makes what's inside the parentheses 0. So what number makes this 0? So that means the x value is going to be 4. What makes the y plus 3 0? And that makes this a negative 3. So we'll go ahead and put that on a graph, 4, negative 3. Now the radius, so it's written as r squared, so this has already been squared, so what squared gives us 4? And so that would be 2. So we're just going to take the square root of this number. So we have a radius of 2. And so now go to your center and go over 2, draw a dot, up 2, draw a dot, to the left 2, draw a dot, and down 2, draw a dot. And that's probably the best way to get your circle. So there we have our circle. Our circle's been graphed. Now it says find the domain. So what I like to do for the domain is to have a vertical line, and imagine this vertical line traveling on the x. So as it moves across the x-axis, where is the first point it touches the circle? And so the first point it touches the circle is at positive 2. We're only looking at the x-axis right now. So it touches at 2. So our domain is going to start at 2. So since it actually touches at 2, we have to say less than or equal to x. And then as we go back and we move that line, as it keeps going, it's touching, and we want to find where it stops touching the circle. And so the last place it touches the circle is at 6. So that means that our domain is between 2 and 6. And that's why it has a line underneath it, because it touches at 2 and it touches at 6. Alright, now to do the range, what we do is we just use a horizontal line starting at the bottom. And so now we're looking at where it touches the y-axis. And so as we move up, the first place it touches is at negative 5. So since it's touching, we include the line, so less than or equal to. And we just keep moving up until we find the last point it touches. And it looks like that's going to be right about there at negative 1. So it's less than or equal to negative 1. So now we have our center, 4, negative 3. We found our radius at 2. Our domain, going from left to right, starts at 2, ends at 6. Our range, going from the bottom, starts at negative 5 and ends at negative 1. I hope you had paused the video and come back and checked your answer. If not, now would be a good time, because now we're going to try our next example. Alright, so now as we look at number 18, I have a question. Why does nobody talk to circles? Because there is no point. So as we look at number 18, you should notice a couple of things. First, that the x is just x squared. So there's nothing, we don't have those parentheses. And so what that means is that this is really just x minus 0. So that means our circle, our center is going to be at 0, comma, and what makes this 0? It'll be a positive 1, so our center is at 0, 1. And to find our radius, we take the square root of 16, and the square root of 16 is 4. So starting on 0, 1, we go up 4, to the right 4, down 4, and a left 4. And now we draw our circle. Alright, so there we have our circle with the center at 0, 1 with a radius of 4. Now we'll look and try to find our domain. So what I do is I take that vertical line, moving left to right, where's the first place that it touches the circle. And so that's at -4. So since it touches, it has a line underneath, x. And we just keep going, and we want to find where the last point it touches the circle. And so as it moves across, that last point is looks like it'd be there at +4. Okay, so we've done the domain. Now let's take a look at the range. So now we have a horizontal line starting at the bottom, and as it moves up, we want to find the first place it touches the circle. So it looks like it's going to be right there at -3. So it's going to start at -3, and it's going to continue on until the top here at, looks like +5. So our range is between -3 and +5.